We said this after game 1, and they didn't do it. They didn't listen to us, and it worked out for them. I think you got to try Kuminga.
Okay, so that was going to be my next point.
You want me to tell you what minutes I'm taking away?
Well, can you just put him in? Like, can you just put him in cold? He hasn't touched a basketball in non-garbage time. It's in how long?
There was a point in time where it was this season, and it was around Christmas break. I think there was a stretch of games where it was like Charlotte or Atlanta, some home games, and he was just, we talk about him, and he gets talked about in plus minus, that you need to be able to play him stretches of minutes for him to feel comfortable. You have to deal with some of his mistakes so he can be good, and like he can warm up to the game. Minute guy is kind of what I've been hearing lately. And I just remember during when he wasn't a staple in the rotation yet, when he was still trying to find some minutes in the rotation, literally still this year around Christmas break, he was a spot minute guy, and he was getting thrown in there to be a high energy defense guy, a high energy run the fast break dunker spot guy. I'm like, why can't he be that right now? Why can't they try that? Why can't they take away some of, when they go away from AD and they try to do a LeBron or a Rui Hachimura small ball 5, why can't he play in those? Why does it need to be Looney? Or, I think that there are some opportunities to try him in this series. And if it doesn't work, like, I feel like Kerr will pull the trigger early, and that might not be the greatest decision, but I mean, they are down 3-1, but if it works, I feel like it really, really works, especially in a home game.
Yeah. My worry is you throw the kid in there. He's so cold. He doesn't play well. Kerr immediately takes him out.
Yeah, that's a total possibility.
And then it's like
his confidence is shot for the entire rest of the series, maybe the entire rest of the playoffs.
And I don't think that this is the case, but there's a reason why he's not playing, right? There's got to be a reason. And
well, I think he just doesn't. I think that the Lakers have, it mainly feels like in this playoffs, like teams, so far the Kings and the Lakers have kind of made the Warriors a pay for going non-shooters over shooters. And I mean, game 7 against the Kings, we did go 2 non-shooters with Looney and Draymond, and we killed them. But then again, the Lakers specifically feels like they are really making us hurt off of these 2 non-shooter lineups.
That's what they did all season long. The Warriors knew exactly what the game plan was.
And because of that, it just feels like Kuminga's just the easy odd man out, because you got to go Draymond, you got to go Looney, and you got to go GP2. Who that leaves him out?
Corner 3, your life is on the line. Do you want Kuminga. GP2 shooting it? Do you want JaMychal Green shooting it? Or do you want Kuminga shooting it?
I think there's factors here. Where am I? Am I at Staples or am I at
just at the park, man? You just shoot corner 3 for your life.
I bet you GP2 and pickup basketball is like an offensive maniac. I bet he's one of those guys where it's like he's hitting fadeaway jumpers, but when it gets to the league, he's like, can't do it. I think I'd trust Kuminga just because he's got a solid percentage. I think I said on this podcast, it felt like when the ball was getting swung around and it got to him as a catch and shoot, he didn't have to create that opportunity. He just got it in a catch and shoot position. I think he shot like 37% on catch and shoot this year.
That's why I think it has to be more than just his play. It's got to be attitude. It's got to be unwillingness to be ready. It's got to be something like that for the reason for him not to play. Because if it was just the shot, you would at least give him a chance. You would at least say, hey, go rebound, go dunk on somebody. When Anthony Davis comes out, you bring in Kuminga and you say, just attack the basket. Try to get LeBron's going to move out of the way. LeBron has moved out of the way on every drive in this series because he doesn't want to get fouls. So he just olays all of these drives, which is probably smart because he knows how important he is minutes wise. So when Davis comes out, you just take, okay, we get a rebound, we're running, JK, you're attacking the basket. And they have not done that, which tells me that there's got to be something else. I don't know what that is. When I said those other things, it was like, here are some options.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That makes sense.
It's kind of a mystery, and
I personally think it's a good thing that like these guys are upset that they're not getting run. Like I think I would probably lean towards like I want them to care, and there probably is like maybe some more behind the scenes stuff that we just like don't know. I think who is it? CJ Holmes, I think the guy's name is for the Chronicle, like came out with a story about Kuminga like just being upset about his playing time, and then Kuminga did the whole thing where he felt embarrassed, so he tweeted like I never said that. It's like, dude, like these guys aren't just making it out of thin air.
Or what about the Instagram story you put on Twitter after the last game?
Yeah, it's still rolling with my guys. Like, dude, like I hope. Yeah, no, he's an oddball. He's a character, but I think there were a couple times in the regular season this season where it's Kuminga and Moody in the lineup at the same time. And I don't know if you do this for the playoffs because it's like pretty risky having those two young guys out there. But I don't know if you like when it was like a Kuminga Moody lineup, it just felt like they were just all over the place. They were just like these young fresh bodies off the bench who were just flying all over the court. And I feel like they could use some of that like haphazard play to, I don't know, just outrun the Lakers even more. I think, if you try to, if we're thinking about what the adjustments are from game 4 to game 5, besides it being a home game at Chase, besides the fact that the Warriors do this thing to us where they look like poop. We think the season's over. It looks like they're back. It looks like the champs are back. Advice keeps on going a whole cycle. Besides those factors, like if you start to think about what the adjustments are, like, okay, maybe Moody gets to start. But other than that, like, I don't know what other adjustments like I could possibly think of besides seeing what Kuminga looks like. And if that is the adjustment, like sometimes Marcus Thompson says, like, if like if Jordan Poole not playing well is like the biggest reason why you lost, then like that says a whole lot more about you than like or what he was saying. Like, yeah, if we're like literally like I don't know what else to do besides put Jonathan Kuminga in, we are effed. But I'm sure there's something else I'm not thinking of, but I think that is a solid option because we've said it on this podcast. That guy guards LeBron well. That guy found out how to guard guards really well this year. Like I think you have to like throw him on D'Lo, throw him on LeBron, throw him on Reeves. Those are all guys he can guard. He could guard Rui. I don't know why he's not. Yeah.